Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, we are going to be budgeting for June of 2023. I'm going to be sharing our real numbers, our real income, real expenses, real goals, all of that fun stuff. So if that is of interest to you, then please keep watching. Okay, so let's first start with our goals or to-dos or tasks that we have that are financial in nature that we are planning to get accomplished or do or take care of in the month of June. So first that we have follow up with our financial advisor. If you do not know this, we are on a somewhat steady track to an early retirement. That is the ultimate goal. We are not necessarily people who have a real strong need to retire early. That's not what we're after. But as far as I'm concerned, if there is any money left over that we have not spent, or just any money left over in our budget, it only makes sense to me to invest that money. And so we have been investing at a pretty serious rate since January of 2021. But right now we are on what is somewhat of a break because we had a really large car expense at the beginning of this year, and we had medical bills, and then we just paid my husband's college tuition. He's going back to get a master's degree. Today's his first day, actually, and various other things. So we have paused the additional investing, but we did tell our advisor at the beginning of the year when we were taking a break that we would potentially revisit it around the middle of the year, which would be June. So basically by June, we need to follow up with our financial advisor, if he has not followed up with us, to kind of create a plan for the rest of the year. I'm not really sure what the rest of the year will hold. I think that we might finish out summer and then maybe proceed with investing an additional couple $1,000s per month. We normally try to do an additional $2,000 in addition to the other investing that we do, and investing like through our jobs or on our own or whatever. So we will have to kind of see what comes of that. But that's the first thing we probably need to do. We also need to pay our car insurance premium. We pay our car insurance every 6 months. June is a car insurance month. So we will pay our car insurance for another 6 months. In June, we won't pay a car insurance payment again until December. And we do that for the savings. It is a significant amount of savings. I think we are going to save about $300 this time by paying in full. So that's what we're going to do. We also have a medical bill that is outstanding from my last checkup or time that I was at the doctor. So I will need to pay that. And then I have another checkup coming up in this month in June. And so I will likely have another copay for that. I also have a dental bill coming up. I know I talk about this a lot, but my dental health is pretty superb nowadays due to all of the money that I have invested into my mouth and all the money that I put into my mouth years and years and years ago. But I was at the dentist getting a 6-month checkup maybe a month or two ago, maybe April, and it was determined that they need to fix a filling perhaps. So I'm gonna have to get that done in June, and so I'm assuming I will pay a bill. I think they wrote it down. They actually wrote it down on my magnet on the refrigerator. It's like $90 or $100, somewhere around there. So I need to be prepared for that. And then, fun times ahead, our 10th dating anniversary is June 16th. And I just remember that day quite well because the first time that we went on a date in June, like an official date, in June of 2013, we went to go see a movie, and then we kind of hung out in that area. It's like a little cute little area. There's ice cream and food and stuff like that. And so that was our first official date. It didn't feel like a date originally because I didn't think that we would move to being in an actual relationship. So it very much didn't feel like a date, but it very much was my first ever official date that anyone took me on and paid for and all that stuff. So I feel like it would be cute to commemorate that day this year by doing a date night. And it just so happens that one of my favorite series, or whatever you want to call it, Transformers, is dropping June the 9th. So I was thinking we could do a cute date night June 9th, or even just wait until June 16th. Me waiting to watch Transformers until June 16th is honestly pushing it, but it could be a thing that we do. However, I do want to say that if I haven't shared this already, my husband and I both work full-time in public education, and we are off of work for June and pretty much all of July. We start preparing to go back at the tail end of July, but I do have to say that we get steady paychecks all 12 months of the year, so our paydays will not be impacted in the month of June, or July. Yeah, but I do have to say that we have a niece who normally comes down for the summer, which we'll talk about that in a minute. But basically, what I'm saying is we will not be at work for much of June. My husband won't be at work in June at all. I will for a couple of days, and we won't be at work for much of July, but we will. So anyway, I'm kind of thinking maybe we do the date night on the 16th because we won't really have anything better to do. Plus that's the exact date that we had our first date 10 years ago. So anyway, all this to say, anniversary date coming up, but I think that's what we want to do. There's also this other event, and I think I want to buy tickets for that for us to go to. They have it monthly, but it's in the evenings, really, on school days or work days. And you know me, it's not a vibe for me to be out during school. So I may buy us tickets for that so we can go. I feel like that would be really fun to do since we're out of school in June. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We also need to pay for our Walmart Plus. We have a Walmart Plus subscription, and we get included in it is free shipping from the stores or wherever. We get free delivery, and we get to save on gas, and we oftentimes get these other little perks. So my thought is that my thought is that we need to keep that. I don't see how it has not saved us money or how it has been useless. So we're going to pay our Walmart Plus subscription in June for another year, and that's going to be $98. We are going to try to save $2,000 per the income that we have. Realistically, I'm trying to save up. I'm kind of like trying to invest and also save up money we've essentially replenished the money that we lost or spent whenever our car died at the beginning of the year. But now I'm trying to get ahead with tuition. So we always have tuition for the upcoming semester ahead of time. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. So that's why I don't know if we are going to go back to investing at such a serious rate or not, but we will see. We also want to invest 15% of our paychecks, register our truck there's no point in me beating a dead horse. We have a truck that's not registered right now currently to us because it just sits, and so it's also not on our auto insurance at this present time because it just sits. It literally doesn't move. It can move. It does work, but I won't be the one to get in it and go anywhere when I have two other reliable vehicles. So it's a no for me. If my husband wants to get it registered, do that official process, insure it, and go joyriding, he certainly may, but don't call me if he needs a ride. No, I'm just kidding. He could call me, but yeah, it's a no for me though. We need to save $354 for sinking funds. Normally we save $225, which includes and covers the amount that we save for 5 different causes. But in June, we need to save a little bit more because we need to top off the amount that we need for our car insurance. And if I didn't mention it already, it's going to be $1,135 for the next 6 months. And we need a little bit more to get to that amount and to fund the other causes, which is HOA fees or, termite control. We just save for those things each month. And then I also have on here to buy party supplies. We are having a Juneteenth inspired themed party, and the only thing we really have to do for that is decorate. So someone's already preparing all of the food, so that's great. We have people who have donated or are going to donate prizes for the games that we're playing and stuff like that. So really we just have to decorate, or we feel the need to decorate. So that's what we're gonna buy in June. And I have on here a sign up for BarkBox. I have had this on here for a couple of months. Some days I feel like I really want to sign up for it for our dog, and then the other days I'm like, I can just keep buying her separate treats that I know she likes and separate toys and stuff that I know she likes and that it agrees with her stomach and stuff like that, rather than just giving her new stuff. I'm really not into that because she does have allergies and she is quite sensitive. I think most pits, she's a pit lab, but I think most pits have that going on, or a lot of them can have allergies and stuff. So we've learned what she likes and what she doesn't like, and so I don't know. It's kind of cute to have a box shipped and she can get her new stuff out of it and it can be a whole cute thing, but I just really don't know if I want to introduce her to new stuff that might not sit well with her stomach or, you know, what she has going on. So we'll have to see. But I also have on here to cancel and restart Hulu, and that is primarily because we had a deal to get Hulu for 6 months for $2.99. So we've had Hulu, but we also have another deal that popped up and we can do kind of like the same thing. Or is it $1.99 that it is that we pay now? We might pay $1.99 or $2.99, but either way, there is a new subscription deal that has come out. So I kind of want to let this one lapse or cancel it and then start up with that new promo. So we'll have to see about that. But those are kind of like the goals and tasks and to-dos for the month of June. Now let's talk about our actual monthly budget. So the first bill of the month is going to be gym, due on the 1st, and that is going to be $59. That is the amount that we pay for 2 of us to attend a gym, and we can attend all the partner gyms and we can take all the classes. We can swim. They have free. I say free because you pay for stuff up front and then it becomes free, but free childcare. They have pickleball, they have basketball, they have workout equipment, all sorts of different classes, step classes and CrossFit, you name it. So it's a very good deal for 2 of us, and I spend probably like 10 hours at the gym. Might not look like it, but I have been since I've joined the gym. So give me like a couple months and it might look like I've put in a lot of time at the gym, but right now you might not be able to tell. For our phone bill, we won't have one in June because we just paid my husband's this month in May for the next 3 months, which means it'll be due in August. And then we paid mine in April for a whole year. So I don't have another cell phone bill until next April. For our car payment, which is for a RAV4 that we financed in 2021, we pay $314.34 per month. We actually, the car payment itself is $250, but we have a bunch of other stuff added onto it because when I worked through the math in my head regarding all these different extended warranties and all of that, it did make sense to go ahead and get it. As an example, we haven't paid for routine maintenance or oil changes, tire rotations, anything like that since we got it because we prepaid for it. So the math was mathing. The math typically isn't mathing, but I will say the math was mathing that day. So we pay that as well on top of the car payment. For cable, we have Sling TV. That's going to be due at $40. Then we have pest control, which just went up by 10% to $50.60, and I think it works. My husband thinks it's crap and it doesn't work, so I'm like, okay, well, do your own pest control. And then he's like, so I'm like, okay, well, we'll keep paying for pest control because I don't have pests bothering me. Pests don't bother me. He can't say they bother him either. First of all, he's like really, but like even if there is a long lost ant that's what, you know, probably came into our yard from our neighbor's yard, maybe because they don't have pest control or don't do pest control, I don't know, but any little insect creeps him out. He's not an insect person. I'm okay with insects. I just don't want like the killer ants to attack me like they did that one time. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't see insects. When I'm on the porch and I spend a lot of time outside, I don't see insects, but anything can blow or come into my husband's path and he's having an attack of some sort. So let him tell it doesn't work. It works. We also have a pool in our yard, a body of water. So, and I still don't see insects and stuff. So I think it works. I don't know. Anyway, we have internet at $80.30. We have our mortgage, which also just went up in addition to internet and everything else on here. And I just skipped one. I'll go back. But we have mortgage, which is going to be $1,611.23, which is wild to me that it has reached that amount because I was agreeable to own a home and to purchase a home so long as the mortgage didn't exceed $1,500. I feel like that was pushing it, and our mortgage has since exceeded that because property taxes have gone up and escrow, and our trash is a part of our mortgage payment and that kind of stuff. So there you have it. I skipped electricity, but electricity is going to be due in June at 12349. So that's a cool number. So that's going to be the electricity bill for June. And I'm assuming, I don't know, we'll have to see when we're here a little bit more, but I'm thinking our electricity bill might stay around that amount. Perhaps it shouldn't veer too much from that amount. We'll have to see. But we run our internet, we run our air a good bit, even when we're home or not home. I don't know. We'll have to see when we're home for 2 months if there's a huge change. I could actually look at my previous budget. Should we do that? Yes, let's do that. So I'm going to go into, I have to go to where I was budgeting in June of 2022, which I think was every dollar. It was. And in June, the electricity was $115.80. So pretty good. And then let's see for July. In July, it was, I just told a bold-faced lie. Last year, we were off of work in June and July as well. And in July, the electricity bill was $251.57. Let's see if it's escalated in August. It was $246.21. So that might mean that starting in July, it might go up, because by September, it was $240.66. And then October, it was $229.40. And then it went down in November. So yeah, once it gets cool, we don't really need electricity that much. So I think for the next, after July, I can expect much higher electricity bills. We will have to see. Next up, we have water/sewer, which is going to be due in June at or around $55. It fluctuates a little bit, but it normally, and I don't have the bill right now yet. I don't get the bill until well into June, but it's normally somewhere around $55. We have Amazon Music at $15.99. We don't have anything budgeted for additional retirement for that particular category, because that's for that additional investing into our joint brokerage and our 2 Roth IRAs that we do through our financial advisor, which we're not expecting to do in the month of June. Security for our home to monitor all these different cameras and all these different things is $52.14. Life insurance for the both of us is $42.19. Pet insurance is $61.05. Netflix is $9.99. I'm going to skip shopping. Investing is going to be $100. We invest $20 per week via Stash, and the goal is that throughout the year, if there's an expense that pops up, we can use that money for it, because it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. Or I guess the ultimate goal will be at the end of the year, if we want to spend that money for Christmas or holidays or something, we can do that. So the goal is just to keep doing it for eternity. At some point, you know, I feel like at any point it should always have a decent amount of money in there that we can use if push comes to shove. And then we have sinking funds. I already mentioned that for $354. And then our savings is going to be $20, $30, $68. That's how much we're looking to save, $2,030.68. And then for shopping, we are going to try to stick to $1,500. I am confident that this can be done per what all we have going on in the month of June. But I'm a little skeptical because of the medical bills and copays and dental bills and, you know, that type of stuff. My niece coming for the summer, some of that stuff I'm not quite sure about. So of course, if we spend more than $1,500 in shopping, then we will take that money from savings or from the buffer that's in our account. So we would end up saving less at the end of June if we have to use some of that money. But we have some credit card points and stuff like that, so we might be fine. We will have to see. The shopping budget does cover a whole bunch of stuff, to include gas for our cars, and it covers restaurants, date nights, it covers food for us, food for our dogs, treats, toys, you name it. Anything that isn't a bill or a form of saving or debt or investing comes from the shopping budget. Everything that you can imagine. And much of it, I feel like, goes to Walmart for groceries each week and toiletries and stuff like that. I'd say like a third of it, if not more, goes to that. And then the rest of it is on other types of things. So that's our budget for the month of June. I'm pretty confident that it will go, you know, around about that same amount. It's not a strict budget. We don't have a strict budget because our income allows us to not have a super strict budget like penny pinching. So I'm grateful for that, of course. So it's not a strict budget. You'll probably never see one from us. I don't see the point because we have the income due to the work that we do and the careers that we have and the way that we live our lives to support us, you know, buying maybe more than what we would have many years ago or something when we were not in the position that we're in. So we don't have a real strict budget, but that is our budget for June of 2023. So that is going to do it for today's video. Pretty quick, easy, and to the point. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a like, subscribe if you're new and if you're liking what you're seeing, and I will catch you guys right back here in a few days in a brand new video that is supposed to be my June plan with me video. So I will catch you guys then. Bye guys.